Hey guys, Van here. It's been a long cold winter and spring is finally in the air, and it's time to get the old Super MD up and running here. So as you can see, been sitting for the winter. I do have a confession to make. I did start it a couple weekends ago, and I put a couple extra wheels on this guy and got it going. But it's still been sitting for a while, and we had a little complication with the battery being low and some electrical starting issues. And then in the meantime, I actually lost the petcock valve for the carburetor on the gas side. That fell out, but I think we got that fixed here. So what we're going to do is uncover this bad boy, and I'll take you through the startup procedures and show you how this thing functions. This is a great tractor. It's a 1950. It's an MD. It's not a Super. Not by serial number, that is. It does have a 3-point hitch that's been added onto it here on the back, as you can see. I'll show you that here in just a little bit more. This one has the PTO, the belt drive pulley system, all of which were options for this tractor. More importantly, it has the wide front end, and it also has been rotated to be in the what we call the long configuration as opposed to the short configuration. As far as the MDs go, there are about 18,000 MDs, about 5,200 Super MDs. I used to have a Super, but I don't have that one anymore. I do have this MD, and this is a fine example of one. It's not fully restored, but it's in good operational and working condition. So hope you enjoy this video, and we'll talk to you here in just a minute. Let's get this thing uncovered. Okay, well, I mentioned I lost the float bowl petcock valve on the gas side of things, so let me show you where that is here. Right here, where my finger's at, is the petcock, and basically that's just drained the carburetor float bowl. And the other day I had not tightened it up and it vibrated out, and I lost it. So the idle is preset on this guy with this carburetor, with some adjustments inside the carburetor. And it starts on gas, goes to an idle, you let it warm up, and then you convert it over to diesel. So a little bit of a walk around here. I also replaced on the fuel separator bowl here, I added an in-glass filter. I don't know if you can see that filter inside or not, but I did add a filter in there, plus a new gasket. I also added a new gasket right up here on top with the diesel gas cap. Holds about 10 gallons of diesel and about 1 gallon of just regular gasoline unleaded. And it has a compression release lever over here, so the compression release allows us to go back onto gas after it's been running on diesel, but it works in conjunction, this guy works in conjunction with the throttle. Here we have our diesel side, the injection pump. So here we have our auxiliary and our primary fuel filter on the diesel side. We have our water trap here, and our diesel injection pump, and our overflow to see if we have fluid in our pump. Our fill port here, actually put fluid in, and actually drain if we ever wanted to drain it, and then of course our pressure gauge. So, you know, let's get this thing going. Oh, I did forget to mention I had electrical problems. So I came out, the battery was dead, and I used a new LiPo jumping box, or a battery pack, external battery pack. So the tractor would only start for about 5 or 10 seconds at a time, and then it would just die, but it would start every time. Well, what I found out is that these new intelligent battery packs, when you're jump starting them, once they determine there's current on the line, so the alternator starts to produce current, they actually shut down. They turn off, and so there wasn't enough current due to the battery drain on the alternator to actually keep the thing running for more than 10 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're actually not going to have that happen. We're actually going to pull my excursion over here, and we're going to jump start this guy. This has been converted to a 12-volt system. I can see that by way of this alternator right here. and a negative ground. So originally these were positive ground systems. So let's get this thing started. Let's get this excursion over here and give it a good jump. Sure what's going on, so we're gonna take a break here and come back. Well, I think I solved the problem. It's out of gas. Regular gas, there it is. hearing when it's dying there is when I'm actually taking the jumper cable off, and so there's not quite enough juice out of that dead battery. It's just draining everything, so the machine doesn't want to run, just can't produce enough electricity. So we'll give it a minute here and see what happens. If it doesn't want to run, then we will just cut it over to diesel and we'll be good. So let's see if we can get it to run just on fuel by itself here. All right, let's do this. Folks, that's how it's done. We just cut it right over. So, running like a top. Let's check our oil pressure. So normally we would cut it back to gas, but without that battery being charged, it's not going to run on gas. So we'll just we'll cut it back momentarily, just enough to burn a little bit. We'll go ahead and turn this fuel off. Fuel is off. That, my friends, is how you start an MD. Isn't that a thing of beauty? You know, what an icon. Now you can see this thing has a 3-point hitch, hydraulic. It's been added. Really nice. Really makes attaching and detaching implements really easy, really handy. The original ones just had a drawbar. This has a full 3-point hitch with a PTO. Let's see how this is running. It's going pretty good. Try and cut it back over to gas. Without enough electricity on that battery, she's not going to run. I guess I could hook the jumper cables back up. Yeah, why don't we do that? And we'll actually show you how this thing spins down. Well, this is what we would do. There we go. Now we're on gas. like it got enough charge on it here to be able to run it on gas okay. Oh, we're in good shape. I turned the fuel back on just because. Let's go ahead and turn it off now. Once again, we'll let it run out. Fuel is off. Drain this carburetor. Run that carburetor dry. No fuel. Should dry up here in a second. And there we go. Nicely done. Kind of fun. And a unique experience for sure. Now it's important that after it goes back, you want to actually seat these valves, which is the compression release valves. Pull those back into the diesel position so they sit flat. And that way if they're hot, as they're cooling, they don't warp. And they're actually seated. So we push that into that position and we're in good shape. All right, guys. Well, hopefully that was helpful. I'm signing off for now. And I hope you enjoyed the Farmall MD experience. Really, really unique and a lot of fun. Well, a little bit about these wheels. So my son called me, said, "Hey, Dad, I found a couple of wheels pretty cheap up north on the farm. Why don't you go get them?" So I did. I went up and got them, and I knew they'd be a fit because these are a pretty standard wheel for this era of tractor. And anyway, I got up there and they had the wheel weights on them, which I really liked. Oh, here's these big old wheel weights. Let me stand over here. I think these things are about 115 pounds a piece, and you can stack them through 3 deep. So you can add a lot of weight to these tractors. I have another video actually showing how we put those wheels on. And yeah, that was a fun experience, but you know, we did it, and we did it right here. So it is possible to do without heavy equipment or machinery. We did use an engine hoist though, just to make it easy on us. But still was a project and a lot of fun. And you probably noticed my little dog running around here. Oh yeah, come here, sweetie. She had some surgery the other day, so she can't be licking her stitches, you know. Stitches come out, that's bad, 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 bad. Oh. Well, this is my friend Oakley. She goes with me everywhere. She's a good pup. Alrighty guys, have a great day. See you next time.